Cash moves everything around me. Cash moves everything around me. Cash moves everything around me. Get the money. Cash moves everything around me. Get the money. Cash moves everything around me. 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 Dollar, dollar. Get the money. Cash moves everything around me. Dollar, dollar. Get the money. Cash moves everything around me. Dollar, dollar. Get the money. Cash moves everything around me. Dollar, dollar. Get the money. Cash moves everything around me. Dollar, dollar. 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 Get the money. 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 Cash moves everything around me. Cash moves everything. Get the money. Cash moves everything. Get the cash moves everything. Get the money. Cash moves everything.
Yeah. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in mine heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they all have one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go unto one place, all are of dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Alright? This verse right here, I like a lot. And I've juxtaposed it with the ideology that we call ourselves civilized, and that this is civilization. And that's quite a lie, because quite frankly, the Son of Man have become beasts. People are so self-righteous, especially in the churches. There's a veneer of pride that I see in damn near all men. And one of the biggest sources of their pride is they believe that Christ is for them, but Christ is the truth. And I don't see it reflected in the earth. Christ is life and the way. And I have not seen life amongst men these days. I've seen a lot of pride, and pride comes before the fall. And when they fall in the earth, no different than a dog. But if you call a man a dog, watch him get filled up with that pride. Maybe you could catch that. The dogs in the earth, at least they act how they're supposed to act. And every animal tells the truth. Why do I watch every man lie? They don't even tell the truth half the time on the news. People follow it. It could tell me that their mind is flighty and is filled with nets. They walk around in circles, not having no place to go to. They move like that. They drive like that. They can't even stay between the lines when they drive down the street. I got fucking a DUI for sleeping on the side of a road. These people are sober and can't stay between the lines. I ain't saying it's prejudice, it's just a part of prophecy that it's about that time. This kingdom is over. Whatever pride you have, do yourself a favor. Go find a mirror and get some reflection on your life. Stop worrying about the picture. Niggas spied up in my cell phone and I didn't have any images of myself. I bet they were surprised. Not one. The only image I have in my cell phone is seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. A little image that I downloaded off the internet. What the fuck I need pictures for? I know what I look like, and what I look like is quite irrelevant. Who I am though, that shit kinda matters. These niggas all the way in the industry, from the top down to the gangsters, matriculated down the whole pyramid system. Look at them, they all care about their image. They all want to say that they real or the realest. They all want to say that they a gangster or they a real one and this and that and the other. Instagram and all social media, how much of the mafia really has it? It's sad. Crisscross. We all came up on it. One day I went to the school in oversized jeans and I wore my pants backwards. That's kinda how we act. People can make fun of me for that. And they can make fun of me of that for today. And it's nothing like a demon to bring up the past. Shit that's been gone for hella long time ago. These niggas old school as fuck. They just can't seem to keep up. These niggas never ahead of their time. That's what demons do. They petty like that. Watch in your circle. What the fuck do people talk about? And if you a real one and you quiet, I'm sure they talk behind your back more than likely. This day is kind of different. Crabs in a barrel is all I see in this world. And I think it's kind of a miracle that I found my way out of it. Look at what it cost me. Some of y'all niggas are still being stuck in it. Staying along with the author or a different writer that's not God from the Bible. And I'm coming out with my gun strong like that nigga in Lone Survivor. I'm gonna make it home. I got to. But men die no different than beasts. Whether you perceive yourself in whatever image, a protagonist or antagonist, a good guy or a bad guy, both will find fate. Both will meet God. Superman is still a man, and in all his strengths, A little green rock makes them vulnerable. Like a female, not like a man. A regular dude like me with kryptonite could throw some of those at his head and beat the brakes off of him. It's just the truth. What does his muscles do then? Everyone was preoccupied with them being super, but to be a superman would mean that you're super vulnerable. And Superman is just a man that's super. But that nigga ain't God's. And I'm talking about lower G. I told you superpower and spiritual power, it hit kind of different. Batman got a tool belt. What's the acronym for Batman? FBI, CIA, and your local law enforcement. Yo, when they ask for your ID, give it to them. Fuck. Give them your fucking ID. That man got on a fucking utility belt of fuck you. Fucking batons, handcuffs, nigga. That's no different. Grappling hooks, we don't know what them niggas got in their belts. They've truly got a shotgun and you know what I'm saying, riding shot. Y'all niggas, hey man, listen. They ask for your ID, give it to them. They say put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. A lot of y'all niggas is picking the wrong battles. And here's the problem with my people. Irregardless of why they stop you or anything else like that, let them do their fucking job. They're doing their job. If you were a different person, okay? If you were a different person, a lot of times they will do the same thing. Don't get it twisted by what you see in the media. And you may even see a lot. There's a lot of police officers, just like there's a lot of black people and there's a lot of white people. There's a lot of dragons. There's always bad apples to every bunch. You gotta deal with each individual individually. And even then, if you're a Christian man, it says love your enemies. That gives you time. What do I mean by that gives you time? Well, a lot of times we get fucking overtaken by emotion. Can't no drug deal with the strength of the spirit of an emotion. Emotions are the strongest fucking thing, man. Those things are crazy. Not no ecstasy, not no heroin, whatever type of drugs there. Them emotions, bro, them are, you know what I'm saying? Them are spirits that are sure that got intelligences, and you cannot play with that. Okay? Even the devil is very rough. He's fueled with rage and anger. He could do nothing about it. He's a being that could do nothing about that. Self-control is a thing. It's a mystery. We don't understand it. Right? It's something that the Holy Spirit allows us to have. Man, let me tell you something. So, we're all susceptible to that. Let's not turn a circumstance into a situation. Y'all niggas gotta do better. You don't see white people doing that shit a lot of times. Although, what they do have the privilege to do is to talk that crazy shit to police officers. Some of them, okay? A lot of white people and their connections and the nepotism, and I understand where police officers are coming from. You don't want to pull over the fucking mayor. All right? And we want to talk about, well, he don't fuck with the mayor like that. Nigga, you don't either. Right? You got mad about something that the mayor might have said on the news. You ain't parked outside of his house or going to see him at his office. So sit the fuck down. All of this fucking tough as nail shit, this hard shit that niggas be walking around this shit. Shut the fuck up. Woke don't mean nothing, but it's just an age of a bunch of fucking complainers. That's all they do is complain on social media. That's it. That's all they do. And they wait for somebody else to do something. That police officer is a human being or a being that got kids in a family, Jiminy Christmas, that wants to get back to them too. You got to deal with humans first. Then you could deal with the archetypes of society. But when you deal with the archetypes of society, you're talking about commonly what you see trending in the archetype. You don't got to fucking point out a police officer unless a police officer did something specifically to you or specifically to someone that outlines an injustice. Now, once you do that, don't just stop at that isolated incident. If you want to make change, you have to draw a line, at least to one other incident, to show that it is a situation that needs to be addressed. Then you have to address the principle under which you think that both of those circumstances or activities had happened. Well, it appears that they're not trained well, right? That is like a principle. All police officers have to get trained, right? So maybe there's something wrong with the training, but then you have to do your diligence. You have to go in. You know, like writing a business plan. A business plan takes a lot of work. You can't drop a business plan in half a page, okay? Those business plans a lot of times are like 20 plus pages. It's like it's crazy. 20 to 100 pages, even more. Business plans are very thorough and in-depth. You gotta break that down because the people who sits in the office, guess what? They got papers stacked up to the ceiling. They don't got time to just stop what they're doing and do all of that shit because everybody got their hand out. You wanna know why? Help the mayor. You wanna know what else? Help the president. Don't talk about Joseph Biden. Shut the fuck up, you lazy fuck. Quit being a keyboard warrior and put some work in and suggest it to the White House. You got one man taking up all that stress. Okay? Joseph Biden's job? Okay? You wanna know why? Yeah, you know, I crack some jokes here and there, but my jokes are good-hearted. Okay? But I don't really cap on any president too much. You wanna know why? Because those dudes, you have no idea how much those dudes really do work. They have to. There's so many eyes on them. They really do work. It's a lot of fucking pressure. Okay? You might not agree with what they're doing, right? But you didn't run for president, so shut the fuck up. Right? You put something like a business plan together to suggest or present to it, you may have grounds to say something. Right? But people don't do diligence, man. So, I mean, I don't want to hear it. Okay? We all came from the earth. And we will all go back to the earth. Mankind who calls itself civilized and lie is not greater than animals that walk this earth. Nope. Nor fish that swim in the sea, because at least they act true to their nature. Right? Man is highly suggestible and whimsical, and altogether in the Bible, in the archetype of creation, is called the woman. Mankind is the woman. Okay? In the beginning, when God says that He created man, He said, and He created them male and female. Not trans, you idiot. Fucking, He made both males and females. It was a tribe of people. So there are female Adamites also. Okay? Look at the whimsical nature of men. This is what the Bible is talking about. That's why you're called the woman, because you kind of have a weaker nature than spirits. Right? Let's be honest. Try to be without God and contend with spirits. Oh my gosh, bro. Let me take that back, because some of you niggas might be stupid and do it. Don't do that shit. Okay? It's not medical advice. Okay? It's not the same. Our strength ain't the same. You guys out there talking loud, talking a lot of shit. Hey man, you be the strongest bodybuilder on the planet. Let me tell you something. Your bone density and all that shit, you ain't built like a fucking dragon, bro. You get put through a fucking wall pretty easy. Right? There's just a difference. But quite frankly, why wouldn't you have respect for everybody? Knowing that we all got to go through at least the same thing of living and then fucking dying. Oh man, I'm getting old. Fuck. I mean, okay, well, dragons really don't have too much of this problem. Not exactly the same. Okay? But, I mean, shit. You gotta go through the same things. We all gotta fucking die one day. Right? We're all just kind of like, damn, it sucks. It's about that time where I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I could tell, you know what I'm saying, my life, you know. But nah, what we want to do is we want to fucking hate. We want to call ourselves civilized and think that we're better than the fucking animals, even though that we kill for sport, even our own. Right? And then, when we get next to our days of dying, if we have that luxury, if it's not some type of instantaneous thing, I would rather my shit be instantaneous. Yo, salute to everybody, and I don't want to sound facetious. I'm not being childish at all. Anybody who has fucking had to deal with fucking diabetes, crazy diabetes, fucking cancer, yo, man, that individual is stronger than anybody. And these little niggas talking about fade artists and niggas getting knocked out and shit like that. That shit ain't hard. Go through chemo, nigga. Go have cancer. Have diabetes. All right. Have a real world. Have some real shit like fucking HIV AIDS, bro. You want to talk about some real shit? That's some real shit. Any of those cats that's dealing with that they got more strikes that are way harder than any of you niggas. What about kids who are born with leukemia? Oh yeah, that's a fucking thing that we don't like to think about because it breaks our fucking heart. They didn't do shit. I look at niggas like they nothing. I don't care how big you are. You ain't nothing. Let me see a nigga survive heartbreak twice. Then you could tell me, you know what I'm saying? You could tell me how hard you are. Right? Come to me with your pride and let me pray and ask God to humble you. Let me see you survive that shit. Right? You be crying like them niggas on The Biggest Loser. I'm telling the truth. I've been humbled by God. Trust me. I don't really, the crying thing, anybody will tell you. I don't know what it, because I'm analytical, not because I'm a tough guy. I don't really exactly understand it. But I think that there's something wrong with that, honestly. As kids, we used to cry a little bit. Our hearts were a little bit different. What's wrong with society? Society is fucked up. Right? We don't feel anymore. We had to garner a tough skin around that. Look at how fruit grow. Look at the skin around a papaya. That's kind of like your heart ever since you were a baby and you grew up in the cess tank. But let that kid tell you what their Monday is like. And let me hear the hardest day that you ever lived, where you went hard in the paint for your fucking set. Then let me tell you you're ignorant. And let me tell you about what that kid went through on a mundane Monday. How much of that money that you get from your block selling that shit filters back into helping out the community? I'm not completely against business. People must go through things and they must take their choices. And if you keep that shit away from them, shit will get worse. So go ahead and out of that business. A large portion of that shit, if you're gonna launder it, needs to go back to Children's Mercy Hospital. No exceptions. And I put the weight of God on all these niggas. I hope they all die if they don't. Every last one of them. Every last one. I don't care if a nigga started work yesterday. Portion of that proceeds need to go to these kids that are born with leukemia. They need to have the best fucking Christmases. Everybody in the city. Even I am held responsible. I need to take my ass out there. I need to find out if one of those kids like trick-or-treating. I need to take them. The widows. People going up in age that have no family to stop by and say hi. That's your responsibility. If you can't give back to the community and you just take from it, that makes you a succubus. I hope you get your head bust with that baton. And I hope the strength of it has the might of God in it. So you could go to Jesus and tell him how hard you are in that eternal meeting. I bet your voice will be a lot different and you'll shy away from your social media. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Fire's coming out of my lung and it's scorching your mind and searing your consciousness. All of that shit. That's the money we're not gonna ask about. The money we're not gonna ask about is gonna get fed to those who are in circumstances that were born that way based on other people who were born into sin like that. You got no excuses. Even the devil will step away when I come with this shit. You get ripped apart. Monkey Paw Productions. I'm chimpanzee on your ass, nigga. Then you could flex all your muscles. But you wouldn't do that next to a fucking gorilla. All of y'all niggas tripping. And you call yourself civilized. The money we don't ask about goes back to the community. Someone need to do better making sure the homeless get those donations. This nepotism is ending. Trust me, I'm coming for all you niggas. Especially the pedophiles. Look, they've been falling off lately. Shit been looking different. Y'all niggas better hear me. This is your warning, and I ain't even a prophet. Don't worry about when I'm talking, just worry when I get silent. That's what a snake does when it's about to strike. Y'all niggas like babies. Y'all like the snakes with the rattlers. Peace and blessings to you all. I'm out. Yeah. What up, y'all? I'm pretty much just waking up, man. Hella early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the a.m. I've been watching DJ Vlad, man. I've been watching DJ Vlad. I've been watching an interview with Young Jock. I don't know when it was dated from. Let's see here. August 10th, 2022. Okay. Damn, this is recent. Okay, all right. That's what's up. So, like, this was this year, you feel me? And I just want to put this out there, man. Like, when it come down, okay, when it come down to artists and what have you, individuals, people who are public figures in society and what have you, this is how I feel, man. We really got to change a lot of things. Like, okay, take for instance, Young Jock, right? He you know what I'm saying? He's a celebrity. He's hella famous, right? All right. A lot of us came up on Jock, right? Young Jock. And people will, I think it's sad because when it comes to these celebrities and what have you, the first thing niggas want to forget is that these individuals are human. All right? These individuals are human. Anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? We all have to be mindful and careful. Sometimes I get on here and I get mad passionate and shit. And I be at my shit. Some of you niggas might be offended. Some of y'all niggas, most of all, are probably sensitive. Right? Sensitive niggas try to act the hardest. I don't really get it. Right? A lot of niggas that be really on some shit, we be kind of quiet. It don't matter what street you from. It's when them spirits get up inside of you. And everybody's like an open vessel unless you got God with you. And everybody get weak sometime also. Alright? But Young Jock, I gotta respect this, man. We done seen shit all across the entire celebrity sphere. Certain things people have to go through. Certain things people are put through. Some things we won't speak about. Silent as a ritual. I won't talk about it. But I'ma be hella honest. The might and the strongest man, Crip Mac 55, could do nothing against witchcraft if he ain't got God. Y'all niggas need to wake up. Ain't nobody built like that. Crip Mac. Shout out to Crip Mac. I think he's a stand-up guy. But his set went back in time in a time machine on the internet over something he said as a child, and he got a fade for it because he said that, you know what I'm saying, I guess 55th Street or Crips don't, you know what I'm saying, don't catch fades. But he said that in his youth. If you look at the rest of his ways, you could tell this man is a humble man. Everybody knows that they had to come up that way. They couldn't be humble. Then these niggas get double dutched inside of a game. That spirit gets inside of them. It's a contact sport. Then they go out on the streets. Street lights on. Kids go inside. Gangs come out to play. Thanks for your support. No longer protecting the neighborhood, the establishments of what gangs were created for. These are the things that I want to bring to your mind, and these are the things that I want to talk about, because individuals grow. And this is what I mean about a growth rate. Every man in some circumstances against the world. My fight with the world is going to be different than the Pope. Either way, with our perspective and our perception, quite frankly, we still got to do the same thing. Now, no matter our place in society. But when it comes to like being real, instead of niggas trying to keep it real, and you see this man, Young Jock, come on here and he spills his heart. He ain't got to do that for you niggas. His public figurism is as a celebrity is as an artist. I don't even know this brother's legal name. I just got caught up in the music. And now all of a sudden, things start to change. Like he didn't drop amazing music. He didn't do his thing. When people start to judge how he moves, like they could ever be him. Boy, I've never been famous. Right? What can I say? The old saying used to be, walk a mile in somebody's shoes. In the Bible, Christ tells us to walk twain. But niggas want to critique on all of this shit, man. I do also speculate and give my opinion, but my opinion is different than the rest of the hive. And that's the ways of the world. And this dude is different and it's elegant because only a few could really point it out. That quite frankly, he covers some topics over people's judgments. I guess over the perm in his hair. These motherfuckers are wolves. They're demons in flesh suits. They're gonna troll and talk shit about you. You gotta garner a tough skin. And that's the danger we're in because everybody's so sensitive. We like ticking time bombs under mind control. Someone say the slightest thing, we shoot up our buildings. No gangs were involved. Gangs may do drive-bys. They don't walk into their workplace. They say what street they ride on, but they don't walk into corporations with an AR-15. Now they do it in schools. These niggas ain't hard as they used to be. These niggas coming out of suburbs. They got more stripes in one move than a gangster's entire fucking gang career. Y'all niggas need to wake up. We watching TV like a movie. Guy dyeing his hair orange. We might think it's the LGBTQ movement. He's walking in, the Batman Rises, lighting up the concert. What happened in the movie theater in Colorado? Be careful who you talk to. Be careful who you talk about. My life is fucked up. I ain't got shit to lose. That's why I speak the truth. It don't matter if the Pope come down, cause I know God's gonna touch a nigga. Niggas can hate me and say that I'm counterfeit, but look at the shape that this world is in. It's not even worth living here anymore. Just a second ago, I woke up, and off a slight second of watching this, now I'm fired up. I just wake up like that. That's the blessing of God. Never touched a mic before. Never even practiced rapping. The fire in my soul come out like it's lightning and strike it. Now I'm moving like vipers. Niggas will look at me, not even think twice. Look at my haircut. Calm and collected. These niggas wearing chains and sagging their pants. They calling me square and I'm looking at his pants low and I'm saying, if something pop off, I know this nigga can't run. His mobility is fucked up. His pants by his knees, all the way down by his ankles. How far can he run? Maybe he practiced boxing where they tied the elastic around his 2 feet. Maybe he could fight like that. I size up my situations, every situation I step in, but why life gotta be like that? If you gotta promote that you hard and you going out with a clique or a crew in any place that you go, nigga, something's wrong with the environment. Maybe you shouldn't be there. And that is wisdom, and the wisdom that's just in your ear that you're just not hearing. Young Jock, so what if he pressed his hair or whatever the fuck? Who gives a fuck? His music is still dope. Nobody can take that away from him. How many other niggas and all the rituals that they've been in came on to talk about it? You could count them on one hand. On that same hand, you might just find Michael Jackson. That nigga was outspoken, but people looked at him and dissed him because he had a high-pitched voice and said when he grow up, he want to be Peter Pan. That's a lot of trauma that niggas couldn't handle, that nigga lived through, talking about they stripes on the block and what they used to do. Michael never had the luxury or opportunity or the freedom in his life. Some of you niggas went and watched when you were babies. And that's the trauma of your life that others can't relate to. But don't think that your struggle or your hustle is any better or worse than the next man. I could tell you right now from the suburbs, the shit I've been through, nobody would question. Being shot through a vortex. No nigga on the hood has done it. And that's a quiet secret. I go ahead and keep it. I ain't gotta talk about it. I don't wear my stripes on my chest. You could hear it when the truth come out. It just is what it is. Sometimes you also have to quell your words. Niggas gotta be respectful. But I'm saying, I respect Young Joc. When it comes to being a real one is able to talk about his insecurities if he feels like that. The other ones that say that they real never talk about shit, and we call secrets the toughness. We give strength to insecurities instead. And we look at one man as one man can't change through time. Right? All of y'all smirking, judging on niggas, not knowing if niggas is Christian. Careful, you might be judging God's work. What the fuck are you doing? Why you pointing? That's the same niggas like Satan who be pointing with accusation. Satan is known as the accuser of brother. Fuck is you doing? I see a house full of brethren, and I see a house full of snitches. A house full of snitches and couch burglars. As soon as you get a lady, they trying to pick up on bitches. They don't want the ones that are free. They want the one that's yours. Niggas heavy with coveting. So I respect Young Joc. And any individual that do stand-up shit, I give credit where credit is due. That's realer than anybody's stripes. Anybody that's taking someone out in the streets. There ain't nothing real about taking out another brother, you Jim Crow sucker. I seen Zero caught a fade, nigga. Then he got jumped outside a building. It was from some personal business. 15 years the other man, his assailant, said they were dealing with, but quite frankly, that doesn't justify any man getting jumped. Sorry, nigga. But it's already on the internet, so I can speculate if I want. They try to say, stay the fuck out my business. It's too late. You should have thought first before you created actions. Now shit be escalating. Them niggas can never break bread together. Shit be hella different. Even if they do, there's something in the way of it. It's not about what happened. It's being in the river full of snakes, and either one can't tell which one is wrong. Look at how that situation is frustration. There's a lot of shit to talk about. Anybody could catch a fade. Niggas be asking other gang members, why don't they ask the earth that swallows us whole? The soil is a cannibal. Watch every nigga fold, even the president. Ain't nobody free from this shit. Even demons can get it. Demons can catch a fade also. Motherfuckers are overconfident, saying they're immortal before the ancient of days. Don't get shit twisted. I recognize God. Jesus Christ is the life and the truth and the way. Let me explain how hard that shit is. Nobody's older than God. What is the accolades of being immortal? Tomorrow is never promised. He could do what he wanted. Watch what the fuck you say before him. Niggas got their head in the clouds when they really need to be low, scratching the surface of the earth looking for quarters. They're presidents on coins like we Mario Brothers. Many coins in American currency. The penny, Abraham Lincoln, his face is turned backwards. Man, that's like a backwards hat. A whole thought inside a top hat, and they're like Superman inside of a booth. And John just took aim at that healthy headshot. Anyone could get it. Anyone could be touched. I know this good and well. Nobody should follow my footsteps. I'm just sick of living here. Stuck in my house like an incel inside of America, wailing on freedoms. This is an uprising. One nigga down, several die by the day. The rest are getting served. What is this country? Well, it can't be God's country. We know that I got faith. We see what they did to him, and we see what happened to me. We see what they do to niggas, and niggas is silent. They get mad over superficial shit. Now niggas don't have rights. It's been eclipsed by the alternative movement. They shit is a preference. I ain't got time for this loftiness. These niggas is bitches. Now everybody's sensitive. And yeah, I fucking said it. Watch nobody come for me. I'm like a crocodile spit. Gatling gun clips like teeth out my mouth, nigga. Watch the jaw grip as I grab you and I slam you with that death row, nigga. Heavy metal ministry up in your headphones, nigga. And I was just trying to go through life, and now I'm like half a preacher. Didn't want to be an MC. Where does free will come in? I was happy with my $14 an hour job. And then shit got hella different. Affections hella changed. The babies were pushed to the side. Now they making mothers milking factories and test tube babies, and it's a cloned economy. Some of y'all niggas is hip with it, but I understand. I can kind of keep a secret, but fuck that, I don't have to. Never get it twisted. Watch who you talk to. Anything come around me is going to get illuminated if there's dirt in it. Nigga, I done paid my stripes. Why the fuck everybody in the hood acting like they so hard when they doing the other guy's job? And they complain about police. Let me look at the cops that were on George Floyd. It was 5-on-1. That's no different than what happened to Zero. And only niggas was there. The white cops was trying to break it up. But cops ain't free. I done seen some weird shit that cops do also. But I don't stop with the uniform. You have to deal with individuals. And that shit gets different. Because it boils down to principles. You could have niggas in your same council, brotherhood, or whatever. And I guarantee you 80% of them are snakes and the vipers are watching the real one. Real ones are always kind of quiet, but when they talk about things that are more vulnerable. Shout out to Young Jack, you a real nigga. Don't let these niggas who are critics that don't show their faces, nigga, for very high reasons, judge how you move. Let God have his work. It says in the Bible, let patience have its work. There's so many critics now. We could crack jokes and everybody could take things that are good-hearted, but these niggas is evil. Who got time for all of that? Then we throw out all these subliminals and niggas get hit with it not knowing what each other been through. That's kind of like the Batman movie when they robbed the bank and the Joker killed the last man. Watch how you move. I'm out. Peace.
good enough to take on my military suit.
All right, yo, what's up, man? Yo, in this segment, I'm gonna go in because I remember back when I was researching the Bible, man. When I was researching the Bible, man, I got a lot of hate, especially my fucking family, man. Not my sister, I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to understand, you know what I'm saying, what happened with Canaan in scripture, the tribe of Canaan, right? And I broke that down. I posted up online and shit like that. And nobody comes to me directly, man, because I'm very outspoken. And I guess a big part of the situation, I don't really care what niggas have to say about it. Niggas call me gay, they call me all kind of shit. They call me fucked up, they call me a murderer. What other type of crazy shit I done heard? I done heard so much crazy shit. And that's what it sound like. It just sound like crazy shit. I look at them niggas like they crazy. It's pretty precise. Like, nigga, where's your medication? I think I'll call your wife. Niggas really be doing that shit. So, number one, when people be talking madness and them, especially them accusations, them darts be missing you, man, all you gotta do is look all around. Who are these niggas to be so invested in your life if you not a public figure? That's pretty intricate. And the niggas that shouldn't be invested, they're so invested in you. And then when they're invested in you, boy, how they look down on you. But you're like a nobody, and they'll surely remind you. And I'm okay with that, but I'm like, if I am that, and I am like a celebrity to you, then who the fuck are you? You gotta be less than me. They never figure it out. That's that double-minded shit. Now I'm trying not to rhyme. Let me slow my shit down. I want to find out what happened in terms of, because everybody, it's a misconception. Everybody was saying that Ham was black people. You're wrong. Ham is the progenitor. Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, not Negroes. That's in the Zondervan. Many people talked about it before me. Let me give you a reference. A lot of this information, a lot of shit that I built off of in a foundation from back in the day was from Elder Ricard. Straight up. Elder Ricard been on this information. Okay? Now, I ain't go front, man. GOCC, you know what I'm saying? The church started to kind of veer from the left. Okay? Veer to the left from where I was going. But that core information of what that brother was dropping them dimes long time ago, you guys. I'm talking about like pre-2010, right? Elder Ricard and Brother Lloyd, they would come, you know what I'm saying? They would be online. And they knew a lot of shit. They were on point with that shit. All right? They told the truth regarding that. Okay? The other stuff, I don't know about. Like I said, I stay close to home. Right? I don't like to go too far from the Bible. Right? Some things get misinterpreted, and I ain't judging. We're all learning. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have certain aspects to even get it wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to give credit where it's due, man. I built a lot off of, you know what I'm saying, what I learned, you know what I'm saying, from watching a lot of, they had like a lot of videos back in the day. Now, I think these dudes been scrubbed off the internet. I don't know if niggas can really find them online anymore. Like, I ain't seen Elder Ricard in a long time. All I know is they had some movement. They developed their own little, I don't know, culture somewhere. I don't know what happened to them. I know some accusations was flying around the brother. So, yeah, I don't know you guys, but yeah, basically there was back in the day there was a crew called GLCC. Okay, I couldn't get hit with it because, like I said, a lot of brothers got good information, but they start to veer off to the left. Okay, they kind of don't stay on task. You go to one of these churches in America, I'm sure many preachers will be mad at me. Everybody's okay with him being a black guy, right? Not knowing that whites are, a lot of them are Canaanites. Smith would say last name. A lot of you niggas get it twisted. I could look at your thumb bone and tell where you come from. Don't start that shit with me, right? Shout out to Divine Truth Channel. He's on the internet. Like I said, I get with people where they resonate with the truth. I could get with what they talking about, but sometimes people kind of veer, you know what I'm saying, veer off to the left. That's what happens as you learn. It's like antennas, they're feelers. You gotta kind of feel your way out. But my issue is, I don't care where somebody is from. I deal with individuals. No one's better than anyone else. Not at all. No matter the history. Not before God. That's just crazy. Only here do we do that shit. Especially in America. Full of shit. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Lot of women. Let me tell you niggas something. A lot of women out there, you know, keep themselves together, act like they're the bee's knees when they get around a bunch of dudes. When girls get stuck up like that in this day and age, let me tell you, they're getting paid. They're getting propositioned for sex. Don't worry about it. They'll look down on you, but you'll know that they're a whore. You just have more integrity not to act like them. It's okay, right? They're in their natural aesthetic, right? You want them to stay there. You want people to keep it real, stay in their place. We done measured you up and we figured out your ways and we want to keep you in that moment. Frozen in time like you French kiss Elsa. We all know it, LGBTQ movement. Trying to crush out my rights, but I put a drill straight through you. Nigga, screaming like Chicago. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, that's a hate crime. Shut the fuck up. You're like 90% of the problems with your sensitivities. That's a preference. I can't get on this shit enough. Black Lives Matter is silent as fuck. In fact, if you looked at the other day, I was looking at a Black Lives Matter sign and it was on a rainbow flag. I'm like, what the fuck happened? But it's almost kind of true because we're the children of prophecy. A lot of us niggas got the promise, but niggas fell out of the walk. Don't misappropriate that shit. That shit come together and it's spiritual right in front of their face. And then they mistakes, which was an agenda, they get taken by it all. Apple Jacks. One bounce of the ball, we pick up all the jacks at the same time. So, Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, not Negroes. White people saying, how does this equate to me? Sit the fuck down. I'll get to you later. Now Ham uncovered his father's nakedness, and they had it pegged as Ham being black people. Okay, from the America, the slaves that that were enslaved in Egypt, and then were transported to America through the transatlantic slave trade. They had us pegged as Ham. Nope, not exactly. Ham is Africans. Ham is like them Egyptian brothers. Ham is, you know what I'm saying? Mizraim and all that shit. I don't know about that. That's not me. It doesn't resonate. Right? I was enslaved there. Yeah. I've been in the same place all my life. Even if Egypt felt like America, I can't quite tell the difference. That's Hebrew type shit. That's from the tribe of Shem, nigga. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Let's get this choir elevated so I could get niggas lifted. We're in church. Accidentally, though. So Ham is the progenitor of the dark races. He uncovered his father's nakedness. Okay? he uncovered his father's nakedness. And, you know, when when Noah woke up, drunk from his wine, he knew immediately what Ham had done. And he said, cursed be the son of Ham. See, a lot of people think that Ham is cursed. That's where you guys are wrong. Ham did not get cursed. Noah cursed Ham's son. Now what happened? This dude woke up out of a dead sleep and cursed Ham's son. How does that make sense? Just like when I say I just wake up like this. When I just wake up like this or I just press record, y'all niggas never catch on. There's a lot of details in there. There's a lot of details. Take a look around at your world. Let me get off of it. Some of y'all niggas is slower. Okay? Noah woke up out of his sleep and said, cursed be the son of Ham. So that's the second misappropriation. Ham did not get cursed. His son got cursed, and Ham didn't have a son yet. Uh-oh. How did Noah know that Ham would have a son? Well, we know that Roe v. and Wade was right because they dropped down that abortion, even at the intensity. All right, a lot of these females talk about rape and stuff like that. I understand that shit is fucked up, right? Any nigga that rapes a female should get shot in the face twice, right? Just for calisthenics, right? That shit is weird, bro. But I'm gonna say this. So, nah, let me interject this first, man. This is gonna piss a lot of women off. I'm glad. You bitches that go outside wearing a fucking patch of toilet paper for clothing. Some of you females fucking deserve it. Some of you females literally ask for very bizarre things to happen. It's 2022. If you're that disconnected, right? You need to be on a Zoloft commercial. Some ways you can't leave your house, especially at night. Sometimes these chicks be wearing nothing and it be like 2 degrees outside. What the fuck are you saying to the world? You broadcast. You will do better on the internet. Just get an Instagram like the rest of the hosts. And I hope you're angry at the truth. So now when you look in the mirror, you might have a building block to build off of, knowing that you're fake. Because that's what people get when they hear the truth. Is a whole lot of emotions. The ones that get emotional don't do any learning. Who the fuck did you niggas marry? We had the same thing in the Old Testament. God's been warning them from Genesis to Malachi. Don't marry outside of the faith. Let them soak in it like soup. And I guarantee you, in all their emotions, not one of them hoes come from me. I ain't seen a leg in a long time. I told y'all niggas a long time ago. So, you will find that adaptation is great. Believe it or not, as great as it is, it's something you could do without. Take a look at your bank account since you've been married or got that girlfriend. Niggas too preoccupied with the trophy, not wanting the girl filled with substance. Like I told you, I was a Velma man. I gave 2 fucks about Daphne. So, going back to my point, I'm sorry I get on a tangent. You can see this shit has fucked my head up not seeing a leg in a while. Right? I get off on tangents. Woo! But not completely though. Some of y'all may have caught that. Anyway. So, Ham is the progenitor of the dark races. He uncovered his father's nakedness. Noah woke up drunk from his wine and he said, cursed be the son of Ham. The son of Ham is not. The son of Ham is not Ham himself, but the son of Ham, who was Canaan. Now, why would the father wake up and curse his grandson that he had not had yet? Unless he knew he was about to have a grandson in a matter of months. And when I brought forth the information that Ham had slept with his mother, hence where we get the current term and the anthology of the word motherfucker, that's your history lesson. It's a derogative, and that's where that comes from. And a lot of Canaanites, white people, came out of it. Look at the world religions and look at their gods. They all came from Canaanites. Say hello, konnichiwa, to the black man. Physically, I am your father like Darth Vader. But a lot of you niggas lie, so I ain't your fucking daddy. Maybe you could connect it. Maybe you can't. Either way, it's irrelevant. This is a fact. That Canaan was cursed, the grandson of Noah, because Canaan came out of Noah's wife. When I brought forth the fact that the nakedness of a man is his wife, take for instance, I'm pushing 40 and I'm not married, so I'm like the naked truth if I tell it. Some of y'all can connect it, some of y'all can't. A wife is given, women are given long hair for a covering. Her glory is her hair. The glory of a man is a wife. Okay? The wife covers the man. All of his weaknesses, right? Opposites attract. All of his weaknesses, that's what she covers. Women use that as religion, as a turnkey for liberation. Don't you know it came from the devil? Saturn, the one who eats his children. Congratulations, like I told you in the last podcast. You don't want battle of the sexes, but you sure look like Saturn because we're having a problem with the children coming into the earth. I think women just come out of portals. They must have never been babies. They have no empathy for it. They rather have pleasure. I told you women are whimsical. So, all of this, they'll hear all of it and then they're just kind of shrugged and they call themselves leaders. Women have their strengths and they lead in a few things, but you can see how they move when it comes to the babies, and their gift is being their gift is having children and nurturing them, but then they get locked in alternativism and they don't give a fuck about the babies. No, they cannot lead. Please let one of them come to me, from politics all the way down. I'll go up one side and I'll rip your ear to your ankle. Juggernaut nigga, watch any nigga try to stop me. I'll run right through you. And you know good and well, fix your face, get a box of Kleenex. Your emotions mean nothing. You won't come here. This is the truth. And obviously, if you living in that lifestyle, you showing the fuck ain't found it. You call me prejudice. You call me what do they call them? What do they call people? It's not prejudice. It's not sexist. What is the term for just speaking the truth? They have to coin it. They have to turn it to something negative, right? That's a spin. They have to say that I'm dissing the LGBTQ movement. Nah, I don't have to. I just tell the truth. They have to come up with it. It's not even sexism. This is how irrelevant this shit is. Look at how many rights they got. They got more rights than fucking straight people. LGBTQ, they got more rights than police officers, mayors, and judges. Everybody's scared of them. Even the cars are Jews. Nobody can fuck with them. No, I'm not sympathetic. Just be about what you're about. Nobody's tripping off of you, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna get aggravated. Fuck your preferences. You got more free will and rights than anybody on the earth. It tells me a lot about the old kingdom. And in this old kingdom, in the pessimism, and the pettiness, and the backbiting, and the backstabbing, all of those are ways of war that I didn't know of before knowledge that I ate from the tree of. You see, it's not what it is, but what it embrandishes, and I see the pettiness of this day and age, and y'all niggas can't handle it. So it said it wasn't, God said it wasn't for people, right? He just said it wasn't for people. Y'all niggas can't keep your shit together. That's just the truth. Dragons on the earth. You may be in relationships with them. I guarantee if they with a human woman, they're probably tired of you. I'm just telling the truth. A lot of you bug. This ain't chauvinism. Take a look in the mirror. Reflect on your life though. Talk to your parents. Have a real conversation with them. Know thyself. That's what's written in scripture. Who's coming for me? Exactly. Nothing but crickets. And we're having communion because nobody believes in anything anymore. I just press record and I wake up like this and it comes off my heart like that. Quite frankly, if I don't know how to rap, who the fuck you talking to? Be careful. Anyone can get touched. That's what the last lesson was about. Male or female, your rights mean nothing to the spiritual world. A lot of niggas get hung by the heavens. Let the secret societies tell you. There's some things that there's just no evidence for. Ask Epstein. Whoops. That's a silent circle. Like I said, was there any witnesses? Did the camera on this cell even see anything? Nobody's telling nothing. If you fuck with the kids in scripture, it says it's better if the millstone be tied about your head. Better get out those fucking relationships. You can thank me later. I might have just saved your ass spiritually. Look at the ways of the world, and I'm telling you exactly what the fuck it is. It's the LGBT shit. It's done got too massive. Everybody seemed to be involved in it. Will and Jada come up with entanglement. Nigga, I see right through this shit. I'm moving through these streets like a raptor with flesh on. Eating all my competitors like an extra value meal. I just eat the meat when I research. The only difference between me and the others is the Holy Spirit has me spit out the bones. A lot of niggas pick them up and put it in their mouth. If this correlated to information, a lot of you got triggered just now, and I don't give a fuck. You just heard the truth about yourself. It's a double entendre. You could take it how you want it, but no pun was intended. That's all your fault. What's your perspective? That's how you look at yourself, but you got so much pride that you never seen it before. What the fuck is the mirror in your vanity for? Jurassic Park. Collect the memories of man out of this movement that killed us all, and an archaeologist of the future's a robot scraping the dust off the floor to see all my bones. I told you, Jurassic Park, y'all niggas can't keep up. Look at the logo. It happened to dinosaurs, and now it's gonna happen to us prematurely, almost a millennia early, if we don't get our shit together. And God doesn't get his portion. Y'all niggas is tripping. Your rebellion will be rebellion, but you can't rebel from the bowels of the earth. Everybody's mortal before the Ancient of Days, and that includes the immortal also. Let me tell you something. Ham are Africans and African tribes. A lot of white people, y'all came out of African tribes. The House of Shem, we've been enslaved like 830 years and now we're in the Americas. Can't escape that pyramid on the back of a dollar. 430 years in Egypt and 400 years here. And now it's about that time. Hear the alarm clock? I'm trying to talk loud to wake y'all niggas up. But you can't wake the dead, nigga. It's zombie land. I double tap 2 in the head, nigga. So, because people can't deal with sermons, I guess the Holy Spirit got me flowing and it kind of puts it in art. And now I freestyle accidentally. Didn't know this shit was in me. But that's how dead the culture is, because niggas won't read a book. They done hid our history inside of the churches and mistaught us our own books. Now we see what's wrong with the education system, and I'm still expecting that check for misappropriating the nouns when I went through grade school. So I'll call a he and a she a she, and you won't get the fuck away from me and make an exception. It's either that or the world owes me a check. Pain and suffering. 400 years of slave, you owe that for that too. It's written in scripture. Yeah, God used them to put a yoke on her neck, but it's written in scripture. He found how evil they were. They had a little bit too much pleasure and everything backfired. Where did the opioid prices grow? Who puts drugs in the inner city? It must look like Canaanites. And I'm just a regular nigga. I don't wear a cape at night. Before God in my wisdom, I still drink Pedialyte before I get on my knees and pray. I ain't coming to attack anybody. I'ma let the truth do it for me. I'ma see which nigga could stand against it. And probably I'll only hear the album from the whispers. So, Ham is progenitor of the dark races. White people calling black people nigger. Guess what, nigger? You don't know your own history. See how I took that history book and I stabbed you in your torso with it? Preaching on this sermon, giving praises to God. Watch me elevate these niggas. Watch them levitate. Now I'm like David Copperfield. I ain't gotta worry about racism or anti-Semiticism because it all comes back to me. You can thank me later. Who's coming for me? Khazars, Ashkenazi Jews. Get the fuck out my country. Let God have something to say about it. Tell me that I'm racist when all racists came from me. Get up off my nuts and I can say it legitimately. But they quiet, sitting in their chair, trying to take points at my symmetry. But in every way they step forward, they're getting cut to the ground. I ain't got to worry about it. You reap and you sow, and now it's the season. Time of the season, and now I'm around zombies. Riding in your town in the shotgun, a shotty. That's what police do. I don't want to hear this shit. They were looking at mirrors. Enter the Dragon. Watch the mirage of pictures. Now they disassociated. All the things they put on me and projected, now they don't know themselves. Sad thing is, we see the affections and how the function of women think. They get caught up in that cycle, but it's not laundry day. Round and round once a month, but to me, they got a lot to say. You gonna sit the fuck down. Everybody's having a coming to Jesus moment right now. Black men are from the House of Shem. If you're so-called African American or denote yourself as black, That's all the evidence that you really need. You don't know yourself. Need to open up the Bible and learn your own history. Fuck that Marcus Garvey and all that extra shit. This country I can't identify with, and all I can identify with it is Egypt. And Egypt, all I can identify is slavery. So peace and blessings be with all of you. The gods of the world and these world religions are just the Canaanite gods. Those are their gods. They can have them. Then black people join in them chapters and then they get ruled over. But it's already written. Can't nobody rule over me except Elder and the Most High. The heavenly angels. I ain't fucking with none of you niggas. That's for damn sure. I ain't had friends in a while. And if I roll with the truth, I see a lot of fakes in the land of snakes, and it's quite evident. You see, a lot of niggas is getting cheated on because if y'all niggas understood anatomy, nobody could shapeshift and change partners. Look at how often they do it. They even came out with a TV show. Trading spouses. These are all the ways of Egypt. They're foreign to me. But to them, highly recognizable, highly familiar, and these are familiar spirits. I don't need alcohol to have any. Peace and blessings be with you all. I'm out.